Cambodia is a popular country for digital nomads and remote workers thanks to its affordability, established co-working ecosystem, and warm weather. Despite its popularity as a digital nomad hub, however, Cambodia does not offer an official digital nomad or remote worker visa. So what are people actually doing, and should these people interested in staying in the country long term be concerned about the legal ramifications of this? What many foreigners do is they enter Cambodia on an ordinary E-class visa, which is a 30-day visa that can be extended into different categories. These people then extend it with something called an EB extension visa, and it is the main long stay option people use if they are working, freelancing, running a business, or trying to stay in Cambodia for a longer amount of time. However, an EB extension visa lets you stay in the country longer, but it does not automatically give you the legal right to work. The EB extension is one of the reasons why Cambodia has a reputation for being an easier nomad destination than a lot of other Southeast Asian countries. You can often extend your stay in long blocks, and the process is usually handled through agents. However, Cambodia's labor laws say that foreigners need proper permits to work if they are working or doing business in the country. Legally, this is where Cambodia can get murky for remote workers. Cambodia does not publish a special exemption saying that remote workers explicitly are allowed to work without a permit, and there are different levels of risk associated with working on different visas. Working on a tourist visa is the weakest option because the visa is meant for tourism, not for working from Cambodia. An EB extension gives you a better basis for staying long term, but without a work permit, the work side is still unresolved. The strongest setup is an EB extension visa plus a valid work permit, especially if you're planning to stay in Cambodia long term. Enforcement does not seem to focus on random laptop workers and cafes, but the bigger practical risk appears to come when you renew extensions past the 90-day work permit window, deal with agents or employers, or get caught in broader immigration or labor checks. In practice, however, a lot of people still work remotely from cafes, apartments, or co-working spaces, and many cities have established co-working scenes, and desks can be found for about $80 a month. On the ground, people say that Cambodia is still relatively easy to stay in, but the paperwork has gotten stricter in recent years. The common advice is to use the E-class visa, extend to an EB, and if you're staying long term, budget for a work permit or a self-employed setup through an agent. The cost of living is also very favorable, and a single person can spend anywhere between $800 and $1,250 a month for rent and expenses depending on your neighborhood and lifestyle. So while Cambodia does not offer a clean, official digital nomad visa, it does have a flexible long stay system that remote workers often use. The risk is confusing permission to stay with permission to work. Thus, it is important that you understand the legality and the reality of this situation, as well as the potential ramifications of it if you choose to stay in Cambodia as a digital nomad.